My first guitar, well, I had one acoustic, I don't even know what it was, but then I got a nice Gretsch, and I loved my Gretsch. My Gretsch was a mint green. It was just a beautiful green, but it was a Gretsch. I love that Gretsch. Hi, Dr. Morse. I own an organic, raw, a vegan chocolate company. Cool beans, man. Called I Love My Life Chocolate. And I was wondering if I could trade you in chocolate for your class. Well, you could talk to, definitely talk to the pharmacy, or actually talk to Shannon. She's handling the class, and tell her I'll work out something with you. Actually, I'm wondering your thoughts on raw coconut. It is the seed of a fruit, so you could eat them. I don't mind eating that sparingly at all because of the theobromine. You know what? As an individual constituent, things can be pretty aggressive, but in a synergistic form, no. That's the beauty of synergistic chemistry. It buffers those things that by themselves could be like some of these alkaloids. The FDA is right in saying that alkaloids by themselves can cause liver damage. But they're wrong when they say that in comfrey, the alkaloids in comfrey can cause liver damage. They don't know what they're talking about. Never could you ever, there's never been any evidence of that. Have you ever seen it? Oh, country people have used comfrey. That's one of man's best plants. So this is the problem with chemistry, is saying arsenic is bad for you, but you can't have fruits and vegetables which some has arsenic in it, or cyanide. Look at the apple controversy with cyanide. Listen, when you juice an apple, you're getting cyanide in the seeds. And the thought was by juicing apples, you could die from drinking apple juice. I've never died from drinking apple juice, and I've drank a lot of apple juice, seeds and all. So you see what I'm saying? I mean, there's common sense, I think, with everything. And appreciate the thing. If you, I would like to see what your raw chocolate is. Yeah. I mean, balance. Balance is cool. You're not going to stop the human from having more of little things in his diet, especially things like raw cocoa and stuff. You're just not going to see that. But so what? That's okay. The Light Warrior. I just watched 2 of his Dr. Morse videos, and it completely, oh, thanks. I'll stop thinking and talking. Works every time, man. I had one of you guys call up, and you were a J. Krishnamurti fan, and that was a fun conversation. Yeah, it's trying to break the habit of thought and really getting into pure consciousness. What a tremendous difference. The difference between thinking and being is the difference between eating a steak and having an organic orange or mango or something like that. Night and day. Yeah, I want you to remember who I really am, what God intended me to be. I like your attitude about how you express your opinions honestly and integrity. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're awesome too, Light Warrior. Be the Light Warrior where you are. Sounds like you're doing a great job of that. You're already, you're coming into your own, man. Good work. Keep going. You're doing good. Good. What do you think about the whole indigo children thing? I don't know. You know, you got the indigo, you got the golden child. I don't know. I've been so focused in this field and helping so many people. I mean, this is where most of my focus has been. So I haven't really taken a look at too many things like the indigo children. Heard a lot about them, but I don't know. You know what? I think these are labels. I think consciousness is definitely opening up here, ever how slowly. But I think faster now than this planet's ever seen. Look at this channel. Most of you guys are very spiritually oriented, so that's a lot right there. I mean, you look out at some of these big groups, a lot of spiritual groups out there with some great souls. So we just need to find some way to power up the world, you know, in consciousness. And I find the health field where I was stuck to do this. But you know, and some people that don't open up, it's okay because you're coming in the back door, and this is one reason I got into this. You know, I taught spirituality for years, but sometimes the front door is often closed. People and their attitudes, their belief systems, they kind of shut the door. They don't want to know, which is okay because sometimes it'll unstabilize that person. That's why working on their health is better, because they will open up slowly as they get better. Their cells will come along with them. Everybody in the human body's coming along, and so is their other bodies. You're cleaning out their emotional chains and their thoughts, and so you're cleaning all this karma out, and they awaken better. They're more stable this way. I just found this to be better. So I think we're working in the appropriate ways. JG, I love a hot sauna. Me too. I love a sweat lodge too. It's hot, but it's a nice heat, especially if the rocks are clean, and I like that. Of course, I like meditation and being involved in heat as well. I have a far infrared sauna at home, but we should not confuse what feels good in the short term with something that promotes health long term. Artificially inducing the body to sweat on a regular basis. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, what we do, you know, and how we open that up, absolutely. Sweating, do you notice how your pulse increases in a hot sauna? Yeah. These reactions my body are drains on our nervous. Yeah, you hit it right on, right on. I'm just talking about that, JG, about, you know, people with neurological problems, heat, it'll just take it right out of them. And you don't want to take, it's like this guy that had that, the 3 people died in the sweat lodge. You just are not, you're looking at everybody as if they're the same, and they're not. And in health, they're not the same either. So you've got you've got neurological weak people. You cannot overheat them, or they're going to go down. They're going to stop breathing on you. And this is the problem. See what's happening to these kids on the football field and on the athletic fields? Absolutely. Man is not taking consideration. And medical doctors never take this into consideration. The individuality of the person, the neurological, the genetic weaknesses, all these factors. We have to take a look at so many broad range aspects about the individual. Can't just dub everybody the same and they do the same. That's why even in this field, everybody detoxes differently. Everybody can be strong differently. Everybody has a far different genetic pattern, and their lymph systems are so-so or really backed up. So the one factor that's hard to determine is time. You can tell them everything else, but the time, that's a tough one, because that's the psychic that's involved, their willingness, they're willing to let go of their chains. You've seen all these things are aspects of time. And sometimes we're holding on to something for a reason, and we just have to waken up to that reason and get it done. Good comments here, JG. Left news available. So exactly, you're right on here. You're right on here. The amount of harm is direct for exactly. Love you, JG. Right on there. You gotta know when to hold them, and you gotta know when to fold them. That's a whole thing here, and that's including detox and saunas and everything else. You know, you don't pull the energy out of the body to the point where you go down. That's why I'm real cautious with this in terms of energetics and a person's abilities and where are they. I mean, some of these febrile people, you can't fast them. You've got to get them. You've got to start slowly cleaning out the corners and the cobwebs, and so and the problem with that is that some of these people, of course, are highly involved with the cancers and the issues of early deaths. So you've got to get them up there. So there's all these things. Nothing's perfect, and it's all okay. It's all okay. That's all I can tell you is relax. It's all okay, and you're okay. This is Evita. Oh, hi, honey. Hi, I've been watching a lot of your videos, and thank you for putting the information out there. I'm about 90 pounds overweight with a host of issues, but what I wanted to ask you was, is it possible for me to do a whole body detox all at once? Absolutely, sweetheart. You can't really stop your body from doing that. Yeah, I mean, once you turn the key, or once you turn the switch, flip that switch on, which is your raw